further ahead on the build than I kind of expected to be right now. So
You going by?
I think I'm gonna make it, boys.
You fucking better or you're dead.
Yeah. Well, at this point, if I don't make it, there's something happen. So,
Yeah.
knocking on wood.
Talk to Drew about the dryer.
Yeah, Drew, do you dry your filament for your printer? Do you have a drying thingy system?
Yep.
What do you do?
So right now I have a single one of the Sunlu dryers. And if it's something that if it's like a important print like Steve's, I dry it for like 24 hours just to be safe, because it's very humid here, like really humid.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like if it's just like a basic print that I don't care about, I'll toss it. I'll put it in, just see what happens. And I have a 4-spot dryer coming to like dry 4 at once, and it gets hotter, so I can dry more exotic materials.
What brand of four-piece?
Sunlu.
Yeah, so Sunlu's the one that you own.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
when I was about to buy it.
Yeah.
John has like a fucking goddamn super monstrous oven that he's drying. So we're giving him all of our filament to dry for us, and he'll bring it back on Friday or something.
A weekend.
Yeah,
Or Monday,
Yeah.
whenever.
Bacon over the weekend. Because we're going to be doing coils next 2 days.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. I didn't expect it to look as sick as it does.
I did.
Well, Anthony's leaving.
Yeah, Anthony's leaving.
I mean, I knew it was going to look sick, but now that it's all blacked out in the back and the amp rack's black, you can't see the amp rack at all. It's just the amp. It fucking looks crazy.
Later, Bobby.
Later, buddy. Thank you.
Later, guys.
It's as floating.
They're all
It's
waving.
as floating as you can get an amp, I guess. I don't know if you can make an amp float any more than that.
Floating on them. And maybe if you had it hanging from the wires, I've seen that in a couple installs. You know,
I mean,
like,
it wasn't supposed to be floating, but you know, it is what it is.
That's risky. Like, I fucking really trust my amp fucking grub screws. They're good.
Oh,
So what's up, boys? What's going on?
Nothing. This comment from earlier. I was on another podcast on Monday.
Nice.
The DIY audio guy and Toyd's audio.
Sweet. Good
Yeah,
shit.
Toyd does like home stuff, from what I can tell. Like, I've watched this stuff before and I didn't realize it.
Nice. Bobby, what's up over there? You got what's up with the monkey box?
they are putting fucking subwoofers in it right now. We were having trouble figuring out where to put lights. I didn't really think about where to put lights in everything when I designed everything. And so we made these fucking 1.25 inch thick acrylic rings that will hold with magnets onto the screw holes that hold the subs down. And they got 2 loops of white LEDs.
Oh, yeah.
Should light up the box real good.
So they'll be on top of the sub.
On top of the sub. On top of the inverted sub. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
Looks really good.
Like, I watched a video about this new Sunlu dryer. Some girl did a test of like very moist filament and then dried it, and it was a pretty big difference on her testing. But
Yeah,
it's easy just to dry it.
Yeah, I saw a guy that had, he's like, same fucking filament. Like, he had 2, and he put one in the dryer and one not, and then he ran them both exactly the same, and it was way fucking smoother. That was what John was saying. He's like, you got to get a dryer, I'm like, what are you talking about? I had no idea.
You're like, I have a hair dryer. Chill out, dude.
I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And then he's like, dude, and he's like telling me all the shit. And I'm all, oh.
I wonder why is it like that? Why do you have
Because
to
it's got moisture in it.
The they can absorb moisture over time, and the more humid it is, the faster it happens.
Ah.
So, like where I'm at, if I didn't have a dehumidifier running in the room constantly, that room would be like 60% humidity constantly.
Okay, I didn't realize that. So the 3D printers do not like humidity.
No, the drier the better. So,
Let's see.
but it's easy fixes. Ooh, what you got?
Got a 6.5-inch basket that printed in fucking turbo sport mode or whatever. So it looks a little bit like shit, but it gave us a good idea of what these little mammy jammies look like. And then this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got a very three-dimensional potato chippy shape here that fits perfectly to a Mercedes Sprinter van door. And these motherfuckers are awesome. And we're just going to go bloop and put them on the door. And we'll put screw holes through those little screw holes. And we will mark it and we'll pull the part off. We'll cut the holes. We'll drill the screw holes bigger. And then we'll put threaded fasteners from the inside of the door onto our little pods that will be upholstered. And then they will have a magnetic drill. And we're going to have the fucking Sprinter parts as a product real fucking soon.
Nice.
Yep.
All the pictures he's been posting, it's coming together good. Those amps, like you said, those amps look sick.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's coming together pretty quickly. You know,
you were a little behind, and you really lit a fire under your ass, and all of a sudden you're back on top of everything.
Well, what ended up happening is Monday I went to work, and my group decided to not take a caddy, so I got to go home. So that gave me a full day, and then Tuesday, I thought we had an outing, but the course was closed all day, so I had back-to-back days off that I didn't expect.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I just worked all day, basically all the days. Yeah, what's left to do is put the 2 kicker mid amps behind the seat, and then wire those up, which shouldn't take more than half a day. Wire the back amps, run those. Yeah, that's going to take half a day as well, like that, and putting the front amps and back amps probably take a whole day, and then I'll need a whole day for subs, and it should be done. So
you're gonna need a whole day and a half for subs, man. That's a bunch of wiring.
I hope not, but we'll see. Yeah, and I don't have a whole lot of days off between now and then, so I'm probably right where I need to be. I'm probably not ahead. So
you just made a lot of progress for a couple days.
Yeah.
And so it feels good. You got a lot of momentum, but now you're just barely back on time. I see.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, the subs, what I think I'm going to do is I'll have my buddy Dan probably wiring and mounting 3 of them per pod. And then I'm going to leave 1 open so that I could just, have my arm in there to bolt it, to wire it up. Or actually, I guess I could wire it up outside of the box. And maybe I'll just have all 4 of them on a thing, put them in there, wire it outside, drop it in. It won't be that
wires
bad.
Come from the inside of the box?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And remember the pieces you made have the terminals that go right through the middle?
Yeah.
They're gonna bolt in.
The wires don't have to come from. They could, because it could just be a bolt that's sticking out of the structure, and you could have an input land and you could have the fucking output land. I wasn't sure how you did, but I didn't know the wires came through the inside of the box. But if they do, then that's fine.
Yeah, they're gonna mount from underneath.
I see.
So yes. So I'll probably have him building the pods while I'm installing.
Yeah.
Or we'll both be building, and then I'll be putting one in while he's still building another one.
Buttoning up like the next one, or
So
hopefully
there'll
probably be like a kind of one guy's holding the thing, the other guy's wiring things too. But you'll get it. You guys will get a flow pattern going.
Yeah, I mean they're getting wired series parallel, so it's literally just wiring 2 subs in essence. So
Chris, I would say that is not enough, but put it in. I mean, if you want to hear it, put it in. Just keep an eye on the voltage, man. Like that's all you gotta do. Just watch.
Yeah, and then let us know.
Yeah, then you let us know.
It's like, hey, that worked out good. We're like, fucking sweet. How big is your ult? Like, right on.
Yeah, be like, I'm able to play it for 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Get full rip.
Yeah,
because there's so many variables. Like someone could have the exact same system you do, but have one thing different, and it's totally different.
I wonder what do you know what cells are in the 40?
I don't.
Is it like the JY?
I assumed it was the same thing, just
Is it about the same size?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's I'm not gonna say what cells are in there because I don't know if they talked about it or not, but it's good for 6K. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it should be fine. Try it. I mean, try it. Put it in.
What's
Dude,
the
we used to run all kind of power on AGM batteries. So I mean, you just gotta watch your voltage. That's it. What's up, JC? So Choke, they showed 4 L7Xs going to SEMA. Those are kickers. Like that's kickers vehicle, so they can do that.
Yeah.
Kind of like when they built the Bronco, they had they had 12 before everybody because it's their subs. Someone commented on Instagram, he's like, "How's this douchebag?" Because it was a picture of Tim. It's like, "How's this douchebag get the subs before everybody else?" It's like, bruh.
Yeah, fucking A, man.
Goddamn kids.
See, I don't know who this is, but they're talking about the Isuzu. We had 3 of the T2500s on 4 excess power batteries on a single alt, and we would I'd play it until the radio turned off, which is like 8.8.
Yeah, I definitely did not have good electrical for a long time.
I don't think anyone had good electrical really until lithium showed up.
It was expensive and heavy and just fucking
heavy.
retarded.
Man, John Nolte's fucking truck. Hey, actually, speaking of John Nolte's old truck, the Blazer, you guys remember the dude? He's called Mr. Loud on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's
on the East Coast.
Yeah, like he kind of disappeared off of social media or something, and John and I have both tried to send him messages and haven't heard anything from him at all. We're like wondering where he is.
Huh.
Just kind of curious, you know what I mean?
I usually every time I go back there, I see him. The last time I saw him, I think
saw him at Slam last year, but not this year.
I'm trying to think the last East Coast show I went to. Did I go to Ruckus? I don't think I went to Ruckus. TD8. I don't fucking even know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I wonder why. Sent you PM. Skylar. Okay. I'll check my PMs.
Yeah, I think Skylar's account set up as like a creator or something, so it's hard to message them sometimes.
Yeah. Choke change. I obviously wanted them too, but I'm sure they're not very far behind now since the 10s have landed, and I know they're in production already. So maybe a month. I'm guessing they're gonna probably want them dropping before Christmas, but I don't know how many people get subs for Christmas. I don't know. I don't sell subs. Bobby, do you sell those subs for Christmas?
Subs for Christmas? What?
Do you sell a lot of subs for Christmas? I said I don't sell subs, so I don't know if it's like a priority to try to have the 15 tier before Christmas.
I mean, I definitely I sell a lot of truck boxes with subs right at Christmas. I get the phone call from people's wives and dads. Like dads are like, I got my son a truck. And they're like, I got my kid a 2024 F-250.
Yeah. What?
I wanted to get him a badass sound system for it. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, you need these.
I'll take your money, bud.
Fucking goddamn. He must be a good kid. He's a great kid. I'm like, fucking cool. No matter how great I was, I wouldn't have got no motherfucker.
They're talking about Patrick Chandler going to jail early this week.
That dude's gonna get
what is that? What happened? What did he go to jail?
So the charges are like kidnapping, fighting a cop. There's a bunch of wild shit. Wow. He live streamed a bunch of it on his YouTube before he went to jail.
Bro, fighting a cop?
It's crazy.
Oh my god! Did you watch the footage live stream?
No, I don't want to give him the view.
Yeah, you don't know the view either.
But I want to.
I got a fucking $1,000. Says that cop fucked him up.
Oh yeah, they beat his ass. I would say he was resisting, like as a joke, but he was actually resisting. So, but like his charges were pretty crazy.
Well, good for him. He's a piece of shit, anyways.
Yeah, he's a super duper fucking piece of shit. That guy can fucking rot and get raped.
Yeah, they called it like a false imprisonment or whatever the official name of it is.
Who?
Yeah,
Who
kidnapping
was he
could always
supposed
mean
to
something
impersonate?
like you think it's like kidnapping, but it could be
Yeah, it's like
it's
something in
anybody
prison.
against their will.
Yeah.
But still, fucking weirdo.
A buddy of mine had kidnapping charges because he walked in his house and the people that were ripping off his handicapped mom were still in there, like actively stealing things. And he punched this dude and knocked him unconscious. And the dude laid unconscious for like 15 minutes. And then the guy got up and left. And the guy's girl was there too. She was actively, and because the guy was still in the house laying on the floor, my buddy had kidnapping on the list because it was like he wouldn't let him leave.
He's unconscious.
He was out. He was like, that was like part of my friend's, like, he's like, I didn't stop him, but I came in and the dude tried to fight me. So I punched him in his face real hard. I was defending myself, but because the guy and the girl called the police first, and he was just like, and my buddy was like, oh, it's like mutual combat. It's not a big deal. Like, it's no big deal. But they were like, he fucking kept me there. And
Man, I kept you there because your ass went to bed, bro.
yeah, dude, you were sleeping on the fucking floor with the fucking talking.
Like,
You were snoring,
Skylar's like, all right. He's like, no more talking about that dude. Let's do some audio stuff. Skylar in marketing mode.
What's been the most overwhelming portion of the build from steel, removing the kicker cans? Yeah. The most overwhelming part.
Gotta be building the cabin.
Yeah, probably like building the cage for the sealed side. Because I'd never really done that part before, and it was such a big spanse, like getting it perfect. Because the car's not perfectly square. And and I obviously have a whole lot to like judge it off of. So it was kind of, I had some lines, I went off the lines, tacked them in, put some boards in, and ended up having to grind out the right side of originally and move it up like maybe an inch or so. So it's the right side. Everything is level now, but when I put it level to like the measurements, it ended up being cockeyed a little bit because the truck's not squared. So
that's always something that like working on nitro or whatever's been over the years. Say, all right, I'm gonna make this level. I have to just throw away the level because it's not gonna help because the vehicles are never level.
Yeah, no, level is not what you use inside of Google. It's a tape measure. And you don't count on it being symmetrical. I'll tell you something, like a 64 Impala, the like left side of the trunk is like 1.25 inches shorter than the right side of the trunk.
Rude.
Like you can make a perfectly shaped part and you're like, fuck yeah, and you go to the router and you fucking duplicate it and you're you walk over and you're like, no, like, I did it twice. I was like, man, this thing must have been in a wreck.
And then you work on another one. You're like,
your car must have been wrecked, bro. And my buddy's like, what? No. And he's like, dude, our cars, I paid like fucking $80,000. That fucking thing, no way. I was like, I don't know, man. And we're like looking at it, and I'm like, it looks like they did a good job, but it's like, look. And fucking, I was talking to my other buddy, and he's like, dude, those cars are all built that way. They're crooked. I was like, oh, I hella made my buddy think his car got repaired. They just did a good, shitty job.
Well, guy went back and beat up the dude you bought it from.
Yeah, he fucking killed him. Dead. Fucking prison.
It was definitely a little stressful with the baffle too, because always, you made the baffle pieces, but having it, you making it and the car not being there, and it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was stressed out. I kept on. I asked you to give me the measurements like 5 different ways. I'm like, I want you to measure like this and like that, and like that, and like that. And you and I don't think the same way. We definitely communicate weird, and I'm like, I need you to give me this information like this, and you're like,
I'm looking at it like, I already gave you
like I said, you have to give it to me like I said, and you're like, all right. I'm like, listen, I know that you're right in your way, but I'm afraid I don't understand you, and I'm gonna fuck it up. And you're like, okay, and then
I literally I drew it on a computer program. Exactly the measurements, how big it needed to be cut, and all that shit. And I was like, "Here you go." You're like, "That's not." I'm like, "Why do you need more? Like, just do that." But anyways, it came out perfect. You sent it long on purpose so I could, because I didn't know exactly where I was going to be stopping.
Yeah, in the back
Yeah.
corners, all that shit.
Yep, worked out good, and everything's like came together pretty smoothly. There hasn't been a whole lot of like really fucks.
Oh,
So, I got wood. I knock on wood every time I talk about it, so hopefully that keeps working.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I fuck when the painter called me, said my car won't start. That fucking sucks.
Oh my god, dude, I was stressing on that too. I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
what if his fucking battery doesn't work? What the fuck now? I was like, how are we gonna get this guy fucking batteries? God damn it.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, fuck.
batteries
dude,
that fit where that
AutoZone,
battery is
Like
would be the biggest
AGM,
issue.
AutoZones, and you're like, oh, these are defective. I had to bring it back.
it literally, I'd have
Somebody
to
was
buy
thinking
this
like,
thing.
oh, we were talking about pieces of shit on the internet. Now, you know what sucks is like there's EM audio, and
Yeah,
that's
It's
Eagle,
a different person.
and he's rad.
He needs
And
to
I
change
buy
his
his.
name.
What's that?
He needs to change. Well, actually, EMF apparently Sean posted a video like 8 days ago. Said he's selling everything in like the company too.
Oh yeah, you want to be associated with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to buy that?
Who the
shit?
fuck thinks that? Did anybody? Did any of you guys? Did you ever think that fucking guy was worth a fuck? You gonna do it?
Well, years and years ago, when he was like hanging around with Jacob a lot.
They
I
look
mean,
like you could be like a
and-
warrior.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's literally a saying, "Fuck Sean Bellinger." I mean, that's
He fucking got
Hi.
an argument with my aunt online,
You're on TV.
and I'm like, bro, you're yelling at my aunt. She knows nothing about car audio. What are you doing? And I was just like, I blocked him since. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is Eric's daughter, Lexi.
nice.
Oh, you're gonna leave those there?
Looks like John Robbie's daughter. From here.
Okay. Y'all keep those for you right there, sweetheart. She does look a little bit like Mac.
yeah. That's what I thought. I thought it was Mac for a second. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Bobby, you said you are going to Ruckus, right?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
I gotta look into that. It's like mid-November still, right? End of November, mid-November.
Yeah. Are you going, Drew?
No. I'm done till the end of the year. Till next year.
Period.
I,
Well, possibly got dates for the showdown.
I'm gonna come and hang out.
February,
Okay.
this podcast is about nothing and everything.
Yeah, today we're talking about getting ready for SEMA.
Yep.
How cute Lexi is.
What kind of chips do you got?
All of these for you. Okay.
I got this Tesla Roadster Hot
Show.
Wheel. That's pretty cool.
What kind of chips are they, Bobby? What kind of
What's
hungry?
that?
Look
Kind of
like
chips
barbecue.
Chips.
What kind of chips?
These are barbecue, and this is party size because we're having a party, apparently.
That's awesome. What do you think about your dad's new car?
Good.
It's good.
Yeah,
That's
you like the monkey box, the new version of it? It's not done yet, huh? Yeah. Are you gonna watch that right here? Okay, you can't have loud audio though. Okay, I can't hear it. That's the deal. Okay, nope, it's gotta go all the way down. Can't.
What?
No sound. Can't, because
She's like,
I,
what are you
can't,
talking
I have to listen to my friends
Yeah.
on the show. We have 50 people watching, so I can't hear your audio. Okay, baby. Okay, you can go over there.
Huh?
You can go over there, and then you can hear it a little bit. Is that okay? I'm so sorry. Okay.
That's my graduate.
Get some Gatorade?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Blue? Shoot.
Yep. You got
Okay.
blue Gatorade. So what do you got going on, Drew? You coming out to SEMA or no? No SEMA either.
No, I think I'm gonna come out. I think I'm going out to Steve's place for like a day. And
Okay.
that'd probably be it.
Yeah,
No,
Drew,
I-
I just
When I say I'm done for the year, I mean I'm done. So I was gone a lot. I'm tired. Just
Yeah.
what works best for you? Like I could probably only take Wednesday or maybe Thursday off, but just figure like we might need the whole day, so I don't know. We'll look at flights. figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you could just we'll just buy one for like the next day, and I'll just stay like Price's house or something. Or your house, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I think you got room in your house. You got a whole ass house, right? See?
I do. I got a roommate at the moment.
There's a post about it in the Down for Sound group with all the data. It's really clean.
Ryan asked about the showdown. So what I was saying is I've got dates. Just got to secure a couple things before I like announce it.
What will the location be?
So same. It's going to be in Prim, but not at that hotel. It's
Okay.
across the way at the one that they were renovating at the time. So it's all fully renovated. Buffalo Bills, the one with the roller coaster.
Yeah.
So
and the off-road racetrack.
Yeah, so that one, February 24th and 25th. So
Okay.
be kind of a season opener, I guess, for the year, and it's a weekend that I know I'm going to have off at work, so it happens to work out. So yeah, just got to lock down a couple of the major sponsors first, and then go from there. So yeah,
That's exciting. That'll be a good time. You think it'll still be cold as fuck or no?
that's the only thing I'm worried about. Like February is so iffy in Vegas. It's like it could be our worst month.
On some bed.
So that's why I'm just still kind of thinking about it because it could be weird. It could be perfect, dude. It could be 60 degrees.
Yeah, or it could be 30.
Or it could be 30 and blowing.
It could be weirdly 80 as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I say we just see what happens.
Yeah, I can't control the weather, so
yeah,
just kind of is what it is. And being that it's late February, it's a little better chance because usually by March, like mid-March, beginning of March, when March Madness is, the weather's really good. So
right,
it's only 2 weeks before that. I can't, there's like I said, it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be shit.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Exactly. Let's just put that on the flyer. The weather is going to be good or shit.
Yeah.
So, but
He did. He uploaded it like the day after we left. It was during the month of freedom.
Yep.
I think Duncan's wall was the thumbnail. Yeah, no, the Freedom Factory would be a great place. Like, there's nothing around it. It's nothing.
Dude, I think we're going to be ripping some big time demos at SEMA this year, Bobby. Like,
the SEMA Fest thing is going to be wild. I mean, will there be crowds going around? And I was worried that it was going to be all just music playing, and then we'd be over here, and that would be great, and we'd still give a ton of demos. But I think, I don't think I'd feel as disruptive if we got Nitro Circus over here and Hoonigan's over there. She's our guest host on the show today. She likes Drew's doggy. So.
Oh, Max.
Yeah, as long as they haven't moved us around, but we're definitely going to be in an area that's making noise. So he said
we're not worried about. I doubt they're going to be like, hey, you have to turn it down. Oh man, that looks good. Let me see
Max,
that.
what you doing, bud? Say hi, Max.
Can you guys see it? There, I gotta turn it sideways because the glare. That's one of Eric's doors. Here, send me that, and I'll send it, and I'll post it.
It would be kind of cool to have like John's truck facing the stage, and then like him, like before one of the big artists come up, like play one of their songs. Like,
oh yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah.
So we got Max,
that's kind of cool.
And then Max.
Pepe. And he's looking right at the screen. He's like, "Yeah, you're pointing at me. I can tell."
No,
what are you doing, doggy?
Come here, dude. Come on. Come here. He's like, you ain't messing with me, bud. Sit.
What a good doggy. Oh, puppy.
That.
My dog does that too.
Your doggy does that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You got a smart dog.
Got something. Isn't that right? Yep.
I'm in a path. What's this?
Right. It's Duramax and the big dog's Allison. but Max is much easier to say.
Yeah, if you're in the car audio, man, I would try to make SEMA versus CES. The car audio scene at CES has really fell off.
It's over, and now, I mean, isn't that crazy? Because 10 years ago, there was still a little bit of car audio at CES, but 15 years ago, car audio was banging at CES. And and now here we are. There's like no car audio at CES, and SEMA has all the car audio.
Yep.
And we
it's still a consumer electronic, obviously, but it's specifically for cars. So it makes sense that it's
your daddy's door, huh? Yeah. And that door is an enclosure. And you guys see that seam shape there? That whole piece, including what covers the mounting points of the drivers, all of that pulls off and is held on by magnets.
Nice.
Did you ripped off my unicorn?
I didn't.
What drivers are those?
Those are the protos.
Oh, those are dope, dude. Go zoom in more. Do that again. Who did that?
There's lights behind them too, but I don't think they're lit up right at this moment. But
are those your prototypes?
Yeah, these are our protos. Yeah.
And I like the cone like that. Just no dust cap.
And they're gonna have they'll have an embossed gately like our subwoofers when we get our production ones.
Man, I really like it like that. Like just.
Oh yeah, Jerry Eastman got a demo in the van. He liked it a lot.
They're beautiful. I really like the way they look.
Yeah,
they're really pretty, man. They work real good. I've been super duper happy. It's taken me a very long time, like shit, probably almost 2 years that I've been trying to get fucking mids and stuff going from a good manufacturer that is fun to communicate with and will provide the things I asked for. So we actually got another batch of these with little bit bigger, heavier coils to help lower the FS and power handling. And they sound a little warmer, but you got to give them a little more power. And I like them a little bit more. So
good.
And so then I'm like, okay, so I want gately embossed cones, and I designed our baskets. And
how thick are those cones?
Pretty thick? They're pretty thick. It's probably 2 or 3 layers of carbon, which is still very thin.
Yeah,
I mean they're pretty durable. I can work with them a little bit.
Out of all the carbon drivers I've heard, it seems like the ones that like kickers, for instance, multi-layered different compounds, like seem to be the thicker ones always sound better.
Like they sound warmer because they're heavy.
Yeah, because they're heavier. I went more for a heavier coil, which cost me quite a bit more. Okay, fuck. It was like $11 more, whatever, per set for them.
For a heavier coil?
Yeah, to have heavier coil on the 6.5. And I think it was a little different than the 8s. I don't think we finalized that yet. They haven't given me the 8s with the new coil yet, or they sent them to me. They haven't arrived yet, but they haven't told me how much more they're going to cost. But it's like
found out.
I'm like,
are the logos going to be raised or in?
Yeah, they'll be that's embossed. Yeah,
so they'll be
like on our subs, just like the subs.
Okay, but the subs is
they had me send them a bunch of pictures of the subs. They've been like, I want that, and I was like, but I want it on this bowl, like this. And so they're supposed to make me samples once they make the tooling.
Doing it right in the middle, or like?
Baby, what are you doing in there? Oh, you found the toys. She's got the Allison's toy stash hiding spot. Like it's kind of a hiding spot, but apparently not.
I don't know, dude. I think you should just leave them blank, dude. So that because for mounting this way, like you could spin them or whatever. You won't have to worry about logo being crooked. Because a lot of people, if you end up having to take them in and out, or I mean, not a lot of. I guess that doesn't happen all the time, but if your screw holes are fucked up,
and if your screw holes are fucked up and you're mounting my mids in and out of your shit, you fucked up a long time ago.
That's true.
And that's what toothpicks are for.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to like, let's say you pulled the sub in and out and you didn't want to use bigger screws, right? Because that's always a solution. You're like, oh, let's put a little fatter fucking screw. The hole's all fucked up. And don't mount my shit in your garbage ass MDF. Just fucking don't.
Don't mount my shit in garbage in MDF.
Fuck that. No.
You should put on the website.
Will
Just
not like
mount
the way
MDF.
they look when they're just clean with no logo like that. Yeah. Logo on the motor.
Right. Max is
a little more sophisticated.
Dachshund mix.
Okay.
He's half
Never mind.
asshole.
If you want ones that don't have that, you can get them.
I can make them. Yes, you're right. Totally.
Or
Just
you can
give me
buy some of my protos that I have. I don't have that many though.
What wattage are they rating? There will be no rating. It depends on what crossovers you run. So boom, doesn't matter.
Like you could probably give these things 250, 300 watts if you're crossed over 100 hertz. But if you're at like 80, that comes down to like 100. or 60, it's like 80 or 100. But like you gotta, yeah.
I keep getting people tell me to test these pro mids at like 60. I'm like, no, stop it.
No, fuck no. They're gonna sound like shit. Sound like a fucking basketball bouncing.
Just about the efficiency. The efficiency is to get bigger amps. Next question, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get bigger amps, bud.
So what was really cool about these baskets is the engineer, like I was like, hey, I'm gonna design the baskets for these. Do you have, can you send me the 3-inch, the 6-inch, and the 8-inch file, and I'll design them? And he was like, well, just design the 6-inch because we're just gonna scale it. And I'm like, really? It's really just scaled? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, that's fucking cool. So I designed the basket, and then they scale it, and then they change the ring. He's like, we'll just change the outside ring. We'll do that part for you. First they were like, oh, send us the design file for your subwoofers, and then we'll make these to match that. And then they were like, I don't think we got that. And that's a little beyond our skill set. Did you do that one? I was like, yeah. And he was like, you should just do that your way. You make it how you want it, because this is I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, I feel good about my design skills, and I don't mind taking but it takes me about
do they have Gately shields in them in the new basket for the small ones too, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
6 of them.
So they're very much like your subwoofer.
They're very similar, yeah.
I like it. Looks dope. Looks strong too.
Oh, it's super strong. Yeah. So these have 12, and then they have 10 spokes on the upper section, but the terminal areas delete a spoke, so they're a 10 spoke, 12 shield, and this is a 12 spoke, 6 shield.
Do direct leads to hell terminals.
On the mids, I should.
Yeah, do direct
leads. Direct leads.
Yeah,
I mean,
because like these mids and tweeters, hell, 8s. Like it's so hard to get the wire in and then get the sub in with the wire in it.
I kind of agree with that. After putting all of these mids in, like a better way besides terminals, direct leads would be cool. I mean, most of the time if it's going a lot of factory stuff, you're kind of connecting a factory harness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jim, he printed that.
Yep.
Is it more expensive to do direct leads, Bobby? Like on your subs versus terminals?
No, I don't think so. Yes, it does, because what sucks is that we have to ship the wire to them.
Okay.
Because they they were like, here, we'll send you. They sent me subs, and I was like, what the fuck is this wire? It's like super shit wire. I was like, this is no good. What do you got, baby?
This is like in the doorway.
It was in the doorway?
Yeah.
It looks like, let me see.
It looks like maybe like that, baby.
Definitely don't eat this, okay? I'm just going to say that, because it almost looks like a piece of candy. But yeah, I don't know what it came from, baby. It looks like a starfish. Mm-hmm.
And they don't have one in the middle. See that?
Yeah, because some starfish are kind of funny like that. I'll show the guys, and they can explain a little bit too. See this funny starfish thing?
Yeah.
And it's got a little tiny heart in the middle.
Oh.
I want to see it. I want to see that.
Yeah, see the heart right there, baby.
We'll leave that up so Bobby can see it.
Uh-oh.
Influence
What's that?
them.
I like it. So what we have to do is we have to pay. Obviously, I got to buy wire from John, which John gives it to me because he's a gentleman. But we have to ship it to them, and I'll tell you, our manufacturers overseas were far easier to deal with regards to that than our manufacturers that were here in the States. So yeah,
Glad that headache's over, huh? Or is it still kind of going?
it's still kind of going. All of the recones that I ordered were supposed to be hand delivered to me this week, which I suppose there's 2 days left in the week, but I'm not going to fucking hold my breath.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a bummer, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a bummer, dude.
other bummers happen. Shit happens. I mean, he could have ran off with my fucking money. There's a lot of people that do that shit in this fucking industry that just take people's fucking money and don't provide the product and shit. I mean,
Are they
still in the industry?
Are they just sourcing parts and assembling woofers basically, or they make machining stuff? Are they making shit?
They're making the stuff for me. The build house that makes my subwoofers. Oh, are you talking about the guys in California?
Yeah.
The Dyer. He's not making any. He's sourcing the parts, but he engineers motors and he figures out what to go with what. I mean, he's a speaker engineer. He's no fucking dummy.
Okay, but like what we were talking about, I think.
But he makes some really good products. My fucking subwoofers are badass. I really, really like them a lot.
No, they're great. I think we talked about on the way up when we were driving together for John's
Go to John's thing, yeah.
About
I hadn't even received the 15s or the 18s yet, and I was fucking dead. That was probably one of the most frustrated with that situation periods of time that I had. I also had a couple of extra reasons to be kind of grumpy at that point too, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, because after building all those sundown subs, building subs is not hard. It's all just literally a process, and it needs to be done in these steps. And there's no I do it my way. In my opinion, this is the way they're supposed to be built, and you just repeat the process over and over and over. So if you can find some good people, having a build house in the States like a Dyer, but actually delivering when they're
it would need to be somewhere cheaper, to live.
What's that, Drew?
I think it's part of his problem is it's hard to find help that doesn't cost $50 an hour where he lives, and that's just a lot to build subs.
Yeah,
I think getting good people is obviously super challenging. I'm getting better and better at it all the fucking time. It's probably one of the most important skills that I've developed as a business owner is finding good employees and developing their skill sets and making them excited to get in and work real hard. And I think one thing that really helps it a whole bunch is I get in here and I work my fucking ass off every day, and my team sees that and they do the same fucking thing. And that's step one. How to make employees all work really hard.
You work really hard.
You work really hard, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know? And but most people don't get that shit. And a lot of people are fucking slackers, man. And
yeah, I mean that's one thing I'll give to Price. Whenever he needs to, he's in there with him. During Black Friday, or whatever, he's in there the whole time. He ain't going home either.
Yeah. When John was moving, John was there at 3 o'clock in the morning, and when everybody else was going home, he would close up and leave and go home and do a little bit of home stuff, and then go back to the shop for a handful of hours with the late night team. And then go home and sleep a little bit, and then get back.
Where's Jeff Bezos at? Sleeping.
Yeah. So I really gotta say that if people are way behind and things are fucked up, somebody's slacking hella bad somewhere. We're backed up with a shitload of work. I took a deposit, a retainer deposit from a customer, and we're not even looking to work on his vehicle until February or March, right? And I don't expect to be behind on his job at all.
Well,
You know what I
like
mean?
for what you're doing, it's everything is so custom that like you can't just hire people and teach them really quickly. Glue this, do this, assemble this way.
Yeah, not like subs. Like subs,
I don't think subs are. I mean, you guys are both super skilled and can build a whole ass sub, but
it's
man, can you imagine if somebody was fucking up 5% of the time they were working and they were building subwoofers all day? How much money would that cost you? It would cost you
You're right.
3 times as much money as what you made in the day if they screwed
sure,
up.
but those people, they're gone. You know, you like I said, if you find somebody who's just good at following, someone that's good at following a process can build subs. It's just finding that person. And then I think the way Sundown does it is the best. They pay people by sub that they build. It's not an hourly thing. So like you go in there and build 30 subs, you can make, a few $100s doing that. But versus paying people per hour. I think that's totally the way to fucking do it. So I'm in my garage. Figured I'd
In my garage.
show you guys some shit.
That Ty, better watch the Ty Lopez video.
So you want to see something funny?
See, he's a linear power struggling with U.S. made parts to keep things built on U.S. soil. It should be companies that build components here and do it cheap without heavy taxes and surcharges, but they can't.
We literally aren't even allowed to work with the materials that they work with overseas.
And then Americans want to be paid a lot of money. This is how it is.
Hey, I'll tell you something, man. And I think I may have told this story on the show before, but when I went to China with the guys from Bumpbox, right? I helped them out with some development, and I was tuning DSPs in their little cabinets, and those guys were a lot of fun, by the way. But we went into this factory, and they walked us down into like a basement area, and we were in this big ass room where they were assembling speakers, like mids, thousands of them. And there were fucking 30, 40 people in there gluing shit hella fast. And then we walk way the fuck down, and we go through a door, and there's like a hallway. And then we hit this other door, and we end up in a room that is not bigger than this room, right? And this room is 20 by 35. What do you think, Steve? That a good guess? Okay. Yeah. And they had 2 of those big giant vats of liquid solder, and they were putting boards through these things. There was zero ventilation in that fucking room. And they're walking in, and they're talking to us, and they're pointing at the things. And there's all these guys in fucking Tyvek suits with no respirators or nothing on, and their faces looked all like sweaty and slimy and uncomfortable, and they probably had real bad headaches. And I'm like, what the fuck? And we're in that room, and I'm pretty not sensitive to smells. I worked in a fiberglass fucking factory. I do some wild shit with the chemicals I build acrylic boxes with that you should never be anywhere near and breathing. And I worked with some material, and I was like, hey guys, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I would not be in this room.
Oh, hey. I'm turning around, and I'm walking the fuck back out of here right now. Like, we're going to go. It was
so like Jim said, like you can't even get the steel here to make stuff. And I know for a fact that Jacob Fuller tried to have baskets made in the U.S., went through the whole process, got a quote that was like 3 times what China was going to charge him. And he still said yes. And then the place he was working with was like, we actually don't want to do it. Appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
And dipped.
Fuck. Hey, guys, I'm going to mute this, and I'm going to run across, and I'm going to close up the other side of the shop, and then I'll be right back. About 2 minutes.
And that's a... Man, your green screen's looking good, dude.
I know, right?
Damn, that almost... You can hear the echo. I love it.
It almost looks real.
It almost looks real, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's all fake. This is just all fake, guys. It's all computer generated. You're never going to see it in a show. It's all just.
I was watching some TikTok or something, and this dude, he was live streaming. He had like a fridge in the background, and then people kept asking, "What's in the fridge?" He's like, "You want the truth? You can't handle the truth." And he goes and picks up the fridge. It's just a cardboard fridge.
Yeah.
It's like there was never a fridge.
Yeah.
Jim, that's what I told her, but I had to get it twice to get to 6.5. But you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of subs. It's going to be a lot for sure. Fuck. 36 subs. I should have fucking mounted them all earlier while I had some time when the car was at paint, but I'm an idiot. Oh well. Shit. What do we
Please
got?
show Blake Mini XLR. I'm sure Blake knows what Mini XLR is.
You guys want to see the amps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to the back.
Man, why not? JL assembles a lot of their stuff here, and they make some parts of it, but some stuff you just have to import. There's no way around it.
All right, give me a sec here.
There are zero 100% made in America subwoofers. None. Damn, it got real quiet.
Yeah, I muted it so that you guys didn't hear the garage door. All right, get a little light here. Come on, baby. All right.
Yeah.
I am.
Tell me about it, dude.
There it is.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I think the battery box turned out pretty dope too. Definitely looks a lot better when it's stained, for sure. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here with these bad mama jammas.
What mounts those amps to the rack? A little.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Let me find them. Where are they?
No, Sean, JL builds, like they assemble and build. They do build subs in the US, but not all the parts in the subs are from the US. Like,
Okay.
It's impossible to get some of that stuff in the US.
I could actually show you on the amp right now because it'll do either side. So this little piece, see how the shape of it's kind of like, you can see it well enough. Well, that's what these are shaped like. It slides right in here like this. You guys see that? So you basically, wherever it gets mounted to, there's like a flat part of the racks right here that has a hole in it, and then you just screw the screw in from the back side with the rack in between, and it just clamps it right to this side of the amp. So
Yeah, no, it's slick, dude.
it's super dope. Yeah, you can't see the rack at all. Like it's buried back there. The amps are just
that's hot.
Super hot.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a bunch of subs that are assembled in the US. Sundown, Phi, Incriminator, Dyer, SSA. There's a bunch of
I would say Phi are the most made in the US because they machine all their steel. The only stuff they're importing is baskets and ferrite.
Yeah, that, and then Blake said the DDZ4. That's all machined here too, except for the basket and neo blocks.
Okay, so these bad boys. Drew knows what these are.
I do know what those are.
These are the Marine Kicker Marine A&L mini A&Ls. This is 200. This is a 200 amp fuse. So they're gonna go like this. Can you see it? Yeah. There.
Yep.
So my positive side is going to be all ring terminals and fused like that. And then, so this way I won't have my wire wrapping in front like I had before. It'll all just come from back here. And then the negatives, I'll still use the grub screws for negatives. But yeah, it fits right under the amps. No fucking problem. So
I should have a picture of a bunch of those. I should
Oh.
have a picture of the back of the Bronco.
in that piece right there. If I
There it
can.
is. So the screws fit and all that?
Yeah, I mean it fit pretty damn good. A couple of them, maybe like these two, could have been a hair further to the right, but they all of them caught. I
It's not like we were working from across the country or anything.
No, it's perfect, dude. It worked really good. And I siliconed it's in there. It's fucking good to go. I just gotta shove the wires in now and then goop the shit out of it. Yep.
You're good, dude.
Sure.
Chill.
Damn, Bobby, where you at, dog? So I'm thinking, Drew. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they bent all the posts down. Like they took this post and bent it all the like 90 degrees so it fit like that.
Yep, that's some Jim Brookman bars right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
this
dope.
was you should have seen the convince. It kind of took some convincing to get them to run like a big exposed battery like this. Well, obviously they made it not exposed with that big piece of acrylic, but
That's probably what I need to figure something out here. But what's nice is that when this is all closed up, let me get this light out of here.
so these mount. So if you do a couple things, so you see this one, it looks like there's just some holes in the back. So you mount this plate first with these screws, and then there's threaded inserts in this base. So this will have all the wires on it. You just slide that on. It'll like snap into place, and then you just put the M3s around the outside, and it's in place. So that way, like, if you want to do it like this where you don't see anything, you can. Or I can make a plate that instead of not having like this, it can have mounting things on the side, or like there's a bunch of options to do it like this.
All right, so with mine, I was going to ask you. I just got to unscrew the top; it comes apart.
Yeah,
then I screw
yours
the
is
base
very snug. So
okay,
it's very snug because like I did the fuzzy stuff on the outside of it, but that was the first one I did that much fuzzy, so I didn't account for the thickness correctly on the base. So yours is modified a little bit, but obviously it still goes together. So
okay, but for mounting it, pull it apart.
yep, it's
Mount the
just
base,
6
sit back up.
M3s around the outside. So I think it's a 2mm Allen, and then it'll just come right off just like that.
Nice.
It's pretty dope. I like it.
Yep, and then I finally got the dark blue in. So this is like a light blue. I thought it would match the amp, and it doesn't. So I got a darker blue that showed up Monday or Tuesday. It's drying tonight, and I'm gonna print Jerry's probably the next one, or unless Bobby needs something for Sema, then I'll do that. But
We don't. We actually, I keep on using the channels. The power channels. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I
mean, they're useful. So I mean,
yeah. I mean, in the Soulgasm, they really wouldn't be, but in like most of the
90% of
pickup trucks, most of the pickup trucks I'm doing, I'm all sick. I'm gonna run the tweeters and the 3s with these. So I'll run
this is definitely
the
like
tweeters
a big
and the
build
3-inch, and then
thing.
the rear tweeters off of those 6 channels, and then I'll run like our 4-channel, our Gately 700 AB to the 4 6.5s or 6x9s or whatever the fuck, and then I'll have subs. So
is that for John's truck, Bobby?
This is a scrapped piece of these fucking things. This one I fucked up. Actually, when the CNC fucked up, it took this one out. But only because right here, when it machined the acrylic, it cut it too tight right here because the x-axis was fucked up. And I thought I might be able to get away with it, and I didn't see any sense in not moving forward with it. So this one is an extra that is pretty goddamn good. But you guys can see the fucking 3D engraving, and if you look pretty closely, you can see there's a layer of the blue resin also under the aluminum and on the backside here.
That looks
Somebody's
expensive.
So is that outside part are
Crap
all
piece
of
off
the
more than my whole
hexagons?
enclosure.
All of the hexagons are through, right? None of them are fill.
Well, the ones that are blue, right?
That's another piece behind it, right? Are those two separate pieces, or is that
One
all
solid piece of acrylic
Ah,
it's a solid piece of acrylic with blue resin, a 1/16 of an inch thick blue resin layer on this backside that I'm touching, and then right behind the aluminum is another 1/16 of an inch thick layer of blue,
so it's all laminated together.
and it's all laminated together.
That's dope. Damn, and that's a scrap piece? That fucking sucks.
I'm gonna mount it on the wall. We got some really pretty scrap pieces fastened on the wall. You know, you've seen a couple of them in the shop, right?
That reminded me. So you know that piece that you gave Casey, that big acrylic. Yeah.
That was just me making a piece of art. And so here's the thing: is when somebody sees something sitting around here that and they go, "What is that? Oh my god, that's fucking beautiful!" Like Casey did.
Oh, that was
I'm
trash.
like, you can have that. I'm like, if you fucking love it, you can have it.
Yeah.
You know, I have.
So I brought that up because somebody who blocked me a long time ago thought that I was Casey and that Casey Elson was a backup fake account for me. So they messaged him thinking it was me, and he was like, and he went along with it. He's like, someone's like, "Oh, what are you doing, Drew?" Casey's like, "Oh, just sitting here stroking my beard." This dude he thought 100% that Casey was a fake account and was just me. I was like, dude.
Nope, there is a real person that's that much
real
of an asshole.
dude who Bobby built a real enclosure for.
Yeah, no, it's a real guy. Yep. Jim, that is not epoxy. Epoxy does not adhere to acrylic, so it's actually polyester resin. And what I use is Tap Plastics clear casting resin mixed at a 1-to-1 ratio with a Tap Plastics crystal clear surfboard resin. And that's how I do that.
Made up, to be honest with you.
I'll get the Kent.
No. So I moved the Tahoe for the first time in since July the other day. Went well. So it still starts, so that's good.
Fuck. Let's check my voltage on this battery. Any guesses on the voltage? It was at 0. Nice. All right, here's a question for the chat. Voltage got to 0 on this battery. Charged it back up. It's been sitting for a week, no charge. What voltage do you think it's at? It got charged to 15.8. What do you think?
15.7.5. I have no idea. So I'm guessing just as much as they are.
It got turned on and off a few times. It's definitely not that high.
But yeah, I started the truck and pulled it around to the front yard. The mids and highs still work, so that's good. I guess I'm about to. I pulled the Duramax in the back yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, tuned it with Matt and Nick last night. I guess I'm gonna pull the Tahoe back there this weekend and start pulling amps out. Get the 7500 sent back and make room for those new gym amp racks and those 12 amps.
I am doing a Tahoe that I'll be starting on. Looks like we'll be starting on next week, right when we're finishing up the monkey box. We'll be diving into the Tahoe and we're getting back on track on that Challenger project. It'll be 4 ZV6 18s.
There we go.
His amplifier
13.2.
13.25. That's actually low. I don't know why it's so low. I might have a bad cell.
Charge it back up and just let it did you drive it on just battery power or alt power?
Yeah, but I only drove it on and off the trailer.
Oh.
It was at 14 something the other day. That's surprising for the drop a whole volt.
Yeah, mine will sit for the time. It's after a month, and it went from 14 something to 12 something.
It's LTO.
Yeah.
That
And
just
I've
seems-
also had them at 0 volts. So
1325.
so I've had my truck at 0 volts, and I made Duncan's truck go to 0 volts once too.
Good job.
His was on accident. Mine,
Yeah.
an amp broke, and I didn't know about it. So I just left all of his amps on for the whole night.
So the customer asked me this, and I want to see if you think it's kind of feasible. I know Steve has done something of this nature in the past, but it almost seems like it might be realistic. The customer asked if I could build it as a 6th and create room on the baffle assembly to be able to put 1 or maybe 2 more 18s on it and turn it into a 4th. And the volumes map out pretty close. The ports will be challenging, but what I would probably do is make 18-inch size woofer port assemblies. I'd probably make some of those not an octo port round things or gateleys or something to be real creative with the port assembly. But I wanted to see what you thought, Mr. Drew.
Yeah,
And maybe even Steve, because remember, Steve, you told me that when you would damage a sub, you would turn it into a 6th. You would just put those speaker baffle things in the old version of the Move Air.
Yeah, I just had plugs that big ass arrow ports in it.
Yeah.
So.
And it worked really well.
Yeah, it worked great. All right, let's see. These cells are 2.4s.
And they're 5S.
And they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6S.
14.4.
Yeah, that's not good. I may have an issue.
Charge it back up, see if it doesn't. So when you charged it up, how long did you, like, once it was charged, did you let it just sit on the charger? It got to that voltage, you turned it off?
Well, see, it was at the painters. So when it got to a certain voltage, I think he just turned it off.
So I'd say what it might have been I mean, you checked it at some point, I'm sure, but the battery charger just might have said, like the one I use will say 15.4. You turn it off, the bank's actually at like 14.7, 14.6.
Yeah, as soon as that charge pulls off of it.
Yeah.
So if you leave it for a long ass time.
Yeah, like when I recharged the bank last time, like a month ago, because it was down in the 12s, put a 10 amp charger on it for like 37 hours before it got into the 15s, and then I let it sit there for like 10.
Is it reasonable to inspect every cell, like realistically, Steve?
Not really. I mean, taking the bars off and then, yeah, I don't know, because it's like basically 2 sets of bars. It's got the bars and then the bars that go on top of it. Yeah, fuck, I don't know. It just kind of is what it is at this point.
Put the charger on it.
Yeah, I will. And I mean, the charger does read of like a volt higher. So when it said 16, it was probably really 15. So they got charged to, I guess they didn't even really get fully charged then if they got charged to 15.
Yeah, they're probably just not fully charging. So you're a little on the low side.
And they do have a balancer on.
Even for fucking.
Yeah, let me grab the charger. I might as well plug it in now. Yeah,
just plug it into the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And it's got a balancer.
Just fucking 110 or even 220. Just dryer plug and just hook that shit up directly to the positive and negative. Yeah. It's only 7 o'clock, huh? Fucking some long days around here, man. It was a little freaky with the broken CNC machine, but we got it fixed up.
You know what I'm saying? If it was a bad cell, you have much lower voltage after a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just wasn't charged up all the way, and then like John just said, they rebalanced because I'm sure they charged not balancing.
Right.
Yeah. Eric said the same thing. Yeah, they're probably fine. He probably just charged up to like 15, said 16, turned it off. It was actually at 15. Then they all rebalance themselves with the balancer. Yeah, the balancer probably took a lot of energy balancing them.
This fucking printer is going ham over here. Oh, he's printing the 8-inch. It's gonna take 11 hours to print that thing.
Wow.
The 8-inch basket. I don't know. Maybe they got it in fancy ass mode or something.
On the bamboo?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of overhangs in there.
Yeah, I mean it's shaped like
That's
this.
what it is. It slows way down for overhangs.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the eclipse the other day?
No, I saw pictures of it after that. I missed it. I wished I would have seen it.
I knew it was happening, but where we were, I don't think it did. You couldn't tell.
Yeah, you could see it in Northern California though. Like it would have been a few hour drive. I wish I would have had more time and been able to realistically do that. What you doing, Steve? You gonna put the charger on that shit? Fuck live feed, fucking podcast. Steve blows up his fucking battery.
Yeah.
Hey, can I have the truck if you blow it up and you don't make it?
Yes.
Cool, because the box is gonna be fine. Let's be real here.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You guys can have it.
I
Cool.
don't think my amps will be worth anything if that battery goes though.
Well, they're not hooked up yet.
That's true. All right. If anybody's wondering what charger I'm using, power supply.
That's the same. I probably use the exact similar one from Amazon. You just set the voltage, and I set the voltage, turn the current down, hook it up, and then turn the current all the way up. Just let it ride. Like I could charge the Tahoe a whole lot faster if I started it. But
I destroyed a battery a couple weeks ago because I jump started my truck.
what's
I
that?
jump started my truck and the batteries were at 0. And I just wanted to drive it to the shop and I didn't want to wait.
Did it blow up?
It started venting and smelling all sweet and funky, and I hustled to the shop and I called Colt when I was on my way. When I arrived, fucking Tyson and Colt were out in the parking lot with safety glasses and fucking welding gloves on, and they had the loppers and some tools and shit, and they're all standing there waiting for me. And I came skidding in and shit. It's pretty stupid.
What battery was that?
Fucking lithium battery. It was a Retro 30.
Yeah, they do say don't jumpstart lithium.
Don't. And especially you have a little tiny lithium and you have a big ass alternator and you're jump starting it with a truck that has a big ass lithium.
Yep, that's basically every negative thing you could have done.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Like whenever I killed Duncan's batteries in his white truck, and obviously we had to start it. So what we did was we disconnected. So the truck has 3 alternators, and we basically made it so the truck would run on one alternator and the other 2 were only on the rear battery bank. So the truck's just running off an alternator, no battery. We jump started it with another vehicle, and we turn the regulators all the way down, and we would turn the alternators on for 30 seconds, charge the rear bank for about 30 seconds, turn it off. Because the alter would just full rip immediately.
Yeah.
But it was a 480 amp hour bank, so even 700 amps into it really wasn't much.
Wasn't that bad, yeah.
So we slowly did that for an hour. Just every couple of minutes, we turn it on.
Yeah, but if you're given a 30 amp hour fucking battery,
700 amps,
300 fucking amps, and you're like, nah. Stupid.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you can do it. You got to F around to find out.
On that power supply, you see that? Is that power supply already working its ass off or what?
it's only at 7 amps. I don't know why it's charging so slow or so low. I mean, it usually goes to 10, but it doesn't want
Turn
to
the
go.
voltage up then. Turn the voltage up more. It'll go.
It won't
as
go.
it
What
approaches
voltage
that
is
voltage,
that power supply?
it's
What?
variable.
What voltage is the power supply?
Variable.
What?
It's
Variable.
Well, how what voltage you have it set to?
15. 15.9. 15.8.9.
And you have the current all over on it.
15.66. My current's all the way up. Oh, why does that go? What the hell? Plug the ground back in, see what happens.
I heard a noise in the background. I thought that was the power supply exploding.
It's all. No, it's
7
probably my
amps.
printer.
103 watts. I could throw another charger on it. I got another one.
No, I mean I would just
No,
let it
leave
just,
that shit. You're good. Jerry said it goes slow, and I considered Jerry an expert on batteries because he almost died.
Yeah, Mark. So like at least the one I have, as it approaches the set voltage, amperage will start backing off.
Yeah, it does that. But it's pretty far away from the set voltage. It should be ripping 10 amps right now. I don't really know why it's not. But whatever. My Fluke says 14.25. Charger says 14.8. So it's 0.6 off. But I remember when I picked the car up, now that I'm thinking about it, my Fluke was reading 16 volts. This thing was charged to 16. I don't know for how long.
So while you weren't here, what we were talking about was that you recharged it, and then it sat. All the cells would need to rebalance, so the balancer is going to use a lot of energy balancing everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's probably what it was.
I can show you what balancer I have. Maybe. Actually, you probably can't. Yeah, you can't fucking see it. Never mind.
But yeah, that's probably what it was. Is that they charged in balance because that's kind of how it works, and then they bounce.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jim said Haltech 6S, and when I got same one using everything.
So we got a bunch of really cool decals on the Soulgasm a few days ago.
Hell yeah.
Bobby, what do your amps go up to? Sorry, 15.8?
Should be good up to 16 volts. 15.8, 15.9, 15. Yeah, I would run it at 15.8. You're gonna get a lot of power out of them motherfuckers.
I can't because the kicker amps, I'm pretty sure, stop at 15.5.
Hey, bud, don't worry about that. You
Even
run whatever voltage you
55.
want. Trust me.
What?
I fucking have
You run whatever voltage you want. You're good.
Yeah,
I promise.
my doors won't play. What are you trying to say?
Oh, you're talking about the amps you have now. I thought you meant the ones that are come. Okay, never mind.
Never mind. No,
Never mind.
these amps I'm using right now, the KXs for the doors.
Oh,
I think they cut off at 15.5.
so Mark, I think I fucking passed a little tiny kidney stone last night in the middle of the night. Yesterday afternoon, I was super uncomfortable. My back was hurting and my front was hurting, and I fucking was feeling like shit. And yeah, and I couldn't sleep and I couldn't eat dinner, and then middle of the night I was going potty and it was really uncomfortable. But then ever since then I was feeling a lot better. But right now I'm a little like sore and worn out and a little beat up. So yeah, good times. Don't get old.
I'm gonna test this tonight just to see.
What you got?
MVI shuts off the 16.1.
I actually believe Jerry, so I'm not gonna.
I do too. No, I do too. But like, I want to do that, and then I want to try the 12-volt input trick into the terminal wire.
Oh yeah, and see if it'll operate on.
So Jim said that the Haltech balancers don't even turn off when they're balanced, which that makes sense because like the LEDs are always on like the lithiums and the nitro and stuff that are in there.
I don't know which balancer I have, to be honest. Let me see if I can find it. Well, I got super blurry there.
No, Jerry, I'm sure that it turns off. I have no doubt about that.
Let T-Pro Audio Bring that shit up a little higher. Let me know exactly where mine shuts off. Steve needs power supply capped out at like 15.9. We got like 8,400 watts out of the 5,700.
Does he have a lithium bank or a AGM bank?
He's got a power supply. Yeah, you turn it on, it's like, it's like, you're all.
Like that's a sound that mine should make, but I'm gonna. I want to find a big amp to load down my test bench to see how much power I can really make. I mean, I can make as much as I want for at least a few seconds because I got that big cap bank. I have 10 banks of super caps, and I can charge to, I guess, whatever I want. I don't know how high the DD power supplies can go. 16, mid 16s, I think.
So my buddy Brad Nichols sent me a message. I don't know why he didn't want to say it on the screen, but he said his JL amp is 404, which I don't think it's an MVI or a VXI, but it's a little JL, and he's running over 16 volts, and he uses a 12-volt turn-on to operate it.
It makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna try tonight, see what happens, because I can charge that cap bank to I think whatever I want.
So it's pretty likely, Jerry, that the Gately amps will likely turn off at the same 16.4 volts. They are made in the same factory.
Can you use 12 volts turned on?
I'm sure you could, but I don't know what that would do. I wonder if you just keep on juicing.
Well, that's what we used to do for like the Rockford truck. We would use a 12 volt turn on for the turn on, and then you can run whatever you want into the amp at that point.
I believe this is the balancer I have. Let me show y'all. It is a Heltec.
My buddy Brad said he never comments because his comments never come up. Like it doesn't work.
Comment right now, Brad.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just sent him a message. Said that.
Look at the Heltec one.
1.5 inches. No, I mean, no, mine's bigger than that. I think.
I can hear that bamboo in the background. Jim said that's it.
All right, so yeah, I don't know how much
bamboo fucking wee sounds like a fucking siren.
Well, I guess I'll know when I turn the amps on if my fucking voltage tanks to shit if I have that cell or not.
Hey, you better get that power supply ready.
Was fucking Brad fucking banned?
I don't know. That'll be brutal, dude. So how exactly do I find out which cell is bad? Do I literally have to take each cell out and fucking...
I think so.
Because I'd have to take it completely apart, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Well, if it's like banks of like... I guess it depends on how it's built. You may be able to break it down into like, if it's in big banks, you could do break down into like 4-volt banks, and whichever of those banks is the lowest is the one you take fully apart. Yeah, if it's modular packs, yeah. Test each group of cells, yeah.
Yeah, I just have to take the bars off, the main bars off the top, and then it's what do I have? 20 packs of 6, I believe.
Eric, I have a car amp in my office currently. I have a VXI 808. But so when I had an MVI in here, I had noise because it uses RCAs or whatever. I was going optical to RCA converter into the amp, and I had noise.
It was your converter that was causing that shit.
Well, now I'm running VXI just optical from the PC into the amp, and the noise is gone.
Yeah. Well, if it gets to that point where it seems like I have a bad cell, I might
cross that bridge then.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with this charge you got going. If it's suddenly all good and everything's great, then. But you can, like Jerry said, you can test each group of cells.
Yeah, like I said, I got to take the main bars off, and then I don't really remember how it's packed together.
Steve,
Yes.
my buddy Brad. I think you met Brad when you were here.
Yeah.
Big, tall, fucking military badass dude. Super
Yes.
cool. His official retirement was just a few days ago, and he's chilling until SEMA.
Okay.
He might be able to come down and help you work on your build down there. And he's good with wires, and he's real good with batteries. He's built a whole bunch of batteries.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I just it's just weird with my hours, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
hey,
because you got to do like the fucking burn the midnight oil, right? And then you
kinda. Yeah, I mean, I got to work during the day, and then when I get home, I'm kind of beat already from, doing like 7 miles. So I need a little bit of time to get my feet fucking not dead, and then put a couple hours in each night,
Yeah. I mean, if you got somebody just sitting there doing wires all day long, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
That's a possibility. Have them text me or whatever, message me. I figure something out.
I will send him your contact information.
Let's see. What's Sherry saying? The balancer can hide it, though. Well, I could have the balancer unplugged, So. Is that Brad?
I'm gonna
No.
assume.
No, he was right. He was right here.
Oh,
So, motherfucker. I mean, I don't know. Share contact.
I mean, it charged up really fast. So, I don't know.
like just now?
Yeah, it's reading 15.25 on the Fluke and 15.8 on the.
What is it if you turn the charger off? Does the Fluke drop?
It's dropping. Slowly dropping. Yes. 15.8 or 15.18, 15.17. Maybe I should unplug the balancer and see if it's
All right,
still.
I sent you guys each other's contacts, so you guys can go and head and start sending each other nudes.
Jim said, "Have patience. Leave it on. Leave the
Yeah,
He said, "No, leave the balancer."
Yeah, I'm turning it back on. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it on overnight, or at least for a while. Go get some dinner or something. Shit. Yeah, hopefully I'm not misjudging how long it's going to take to put these subs in. I don't feel like I am. I mean, it's not that. I mean, it is 36 subs, but
They're little.
they're little. They don't, I feel like I can knock a 4-pack out right here in my garage in about 10 minutes. And I got 9 of those, so that's an hour and a half.
What did my mom just order from my website?
Dude, I just put one in there, and it's kind of funny looking because it's like this tall and the box is fucking humongous. And it actually the sealed section kind of looks huge now. And I'm thinking
It is. It's way huge for those woofers. It's going to be super efficient. And then with all of your voltage and wired at 0.66, you're going to have like fucking 9,000 watts out of those amps. Should be cool.
I'll just keep the gains all the way down.
Fuck that. Send that shit.
Well, it just depends on the battery. Like if the battery's
bro.
lengthen up, I don't know.
It's got some series parallel situation going on, right, Steve? Or is it like series parallel?
For what?
The wiring configuration on each amp?
On each amp, the sub amps?
Yeah, it's 12 subs on each amp.
Yes. It's 4 of them. Each one of the 4 series paralleled, and then going to the and then just one set of wires.
Yeah, we end up with 4 at 2 and 4 at 2 and 4 at 2, and then we parallel, and we have 0.66 on each sub, each amp.
Yeah, exactly. That is what is happening. So yeah, do that shit. Put those.
That's a good idea. Fucking put one of those together, Steve.
right now?
Sure, why not?
Looks like a
Or at
track.
least just screw the fucking things to it and hold it up.
See how fucking heavy it is?
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking handful, man. When there's 4 of them on there, you're gonna be like, oh shit.
All right, let me move some shit. Guys over here.
Man, that thing looks fucking good, Steve.
Yeah, it looks good. Pretty happy with it. For it being primer, it's pretty fucking good.
You're back in Louisiana. Ugh.
That sucks. You were there for 9 days and you didn't have 1 day off? Oh, well.
Dude, it does. It's like 50 degrees outside, I think, right now. It is lovely.
50?
It's 59 right this second.
Hey, Bobby, did the parts ship already?
I'm pretty sure they did.
If they didn't, can you send me more screws?
I suppose.
I like your screws. Where do you
Which
get them?
ones?
Just
I get
the
gigantic boxes of them from
just the 1 1/4 or whatever. Just the standard like 2-layer.
the little. Yeah, they're fucking badass, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
The silver ones, the ones we assemble the cabinets with and shit.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna use to mount the subs. Wait. Yeah. No wait.
Thought we gave you screws to mount the subs.
I think I actually bought some. Never mind. I don't need them. No. I think you just sent me enough for. You may have. I don't know. Whatever. I bought some fucking pole barn screws. The shit I like to use for mounting subs. You know, grab some.
You gotta. Did he flip the thing already? He did. He's got the motor gasket already flipped. Right? I'm trying to zoom in on it like it's like I'm in AutoCAD.
While he does that, I can zoom in on this. Boom.
That's fun. That's badass.
That's a response of it. It sounded pretty good. Me last night had 97 screens. It was cool.
All right, so I guess I should figure out exactly where this is going first before I screw it in.
No, the gasket is not supposed to be on. I meant the boot.
Yeah, John, I 3D printed the whole thing. The baffle can come off, so you can change it out. This is the Sundown 3-inch prototype and some ScanSpeak 2904s. They sound. I've had these made for like 2 months. I just haven't measured them because I've been busy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go take 10 minutes and measure it.
You get that full of polyfill or dead
It's
material?
full of
wool,
black hole stuff like that denim jean material.
Yeah, okay.
There's still a 500. There's like a little 500 hertz null that you can see like here, there. But no, it sounds great. And then so last night it was cold outside. I was like, all right, I'm gonna tune the truck, but I'm gonna do it from. That's what I was doing here. I was tuning from in here, so I just set max on the hood. I was like, all right, it's got a 16-foot cable. It'll reach. Blake, that was with EQ. I can pull up the non-EQ stuff though, I think.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, I know I
should
can.
be able to whip out each one of those in 10 minutes. It's got one of them about to put one screw in it. It's been
Well, I have to get
It's been
prepared.
47 hours.
I gotta get prepared, motherfuckers. Here, these are the screws I'm using.
Okay. All right.
They got
How
the
long
little
is that?
rubber,
It's not too
they got the
long, is it?
little rubber washers. No, they're inch and a half, inch and a quarter, something like that.
Okay.
We're good. We're good, bro. What the fuck?
Are you on a screw?
Hey, look.
Motor force, bro.
That's wild.
Did you find directly a screw?
No, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. That was weird.
Cool screws, bro.
Great screws, huh?
Cool, man.
Let's try with it one more time.
There you go, Blake. So
Maybe I just had a dud.
that's no EQ. And then, come on, Tune. You got to do better than this. Yellow's EQ'd.
Of course.
Green's EQ'd.
Your battery's dead. So, Jim, what vehicle do you have? What vehicle?
Jim, no, those are the Sundown 3M prototypes. But I do have a bunch of the stereotypes. Great. What are your thoughts on running a two-way LaGuardia? Get threes in the door. Get threes and tweeters up high. You got to.
What year is your truck, Jim?
The Tahoe is stereo integrity threes and stereo integrity tweeters. 4 per pillar. 4 of each per pillar.
Man, I've been trying. We sent like 5 fucking emails, and we've tried calling like 8 times, and nobody has called us back at all. Integrity about enclosure recommended specifications that look hella weird on their website, and I don't want to build a box for my customer. They're weird ass recommended specs. It's like the same recommended specs for a 15 as a 12. So I'm like, I don't think that's right. And why would you have 20 inches of port area for a 15-inch subwoofer?
Home audio stuff's weird, man.
Well, but it's like the same for their 12 and their 15. I'm like, hey man, like I just really want to make sure that I would think that they would call back, but they don't. They don't call anybody back.
I'm not sure who all is there, but I can. Did you message Nick? I mean, I can message Nick.
I sent an email to the thing that they asked to send. I'm pretty sure it's Nick, and we tried to call, and we've done it a bunch. Like it's not like it was like I tried to call him once and I sent one message. Like I get it. People are busy as fuck. I don't hit everybody back right away, but goddamn.
Jim said it's a 16 Super Duty.
I'm pretty confident I can print you some, or actually I could probably send you the file for you to 3D print your own pillar pods.
Look at that.
Right on. 1 down, 3 to go.
Do tweeters and threes in the pillars.
Yeah.
Dedicated 8 in the doors. Worth it.
Yeah.
Do not do tweeters in the sails unless you have a dish tweeter.
The little dishy ones, yeah.
Yeah, just that's a little tip. Yeah, don't do tweeters in the sails unless they're like the Bocal Utopias, how they're dish style.
Yeah.
Because you'll get a wicked reflection off of window.
Off the glass. Unless you put them off axis pointing across, which would be a little weird looking on a sail.
Yeah, that'd be super weird looking. So you get to cross it over.
Some vehicles that have kind of a bigger, more of a triangle rather than a big, you know what I mean? Like the Fords have the big tall thing. So if you put a fucking tweeter on and you have it turned like this, you'd be like, that's weird looking. I mean, I suppose we get used to it if it's the right way. You know what I mean? The function becomes the form, you know? Like we used to put everything all on axis like a motherfucker, man. Remember we had lasers and we'd be pointing the fucking lasers at our ears and shit? And like, all right, my tweeters are perfect.
Make it sound good.
Same thing with the tweeters. Bust your ass, make these fucking cock and balls looking A-pillars.
I mean, that's still like, the best way to do it. If you could build a proper vehicle, everything's going to aim at you besides like some height tweeters or some imaging tweeters that'll be off axis, like in the ceiling. but it's just not possible. And
If you're building something that's kind of quiet,
yeah,
Bro.
because like the problem is that, which and I'm sure a lot of people have heard, as soon as you get a SQ vehicle that's fully on axis loud, everything starts reflecting, and then it's just
yeah, and then says,
so
shit,
if you just start with the reflections, like in my truck,
then you're
it can't
fine.
get no worse.
Why do
Yeah.
new subs smell so good? I love that smell. You know what I'm saying? You know what smell I'm talking about?
Yeah,
No, I know what my subs smell like.
Do you?
Smell like this.
get the tweeters and mid ranges in the pillars, mid bass in the doors. Well, mid bass in the kicks if you can, but that's not very possible.
Yeah, and a Ford, that's not going to happen. And a lot of wires and shit. Yeah, John's right. The best thing you can do is fucking cover all your windows in black hole.
Yeah, black hole 5 or black hole everything.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what actually works hella good? If you fucking roll the windows down. I tuned my van with the windows down, and then I rolled the windows up, and I was like, oh shit.
No, Barry,
that fucked it all up. Goddamn.
that build was happening anyway. Just like Steve's still getting solo X's.
Yes. All right, 2 down.
Sweet baby Christ.
Oh, we produce boxes that'll fit behind the seat of that truck. With that fits 6.5s. We make a box that goes there, so you're good.
Jim, buddy.
Jim, is that van ever going to see the light of day again?
All right, well, he said sent Drew pics, so I'm assuming that he won't mind these being put on the internet. But these are something, man. They look good. They look really good. They're just.
God, I'm curious. Let me see. I want to see what Jim would do with some buildiness.
What are you guys talking about right now?
Steve said 10 minutes. A 4-pack. He's gonna be on 30 minutes plus each one.
No way, dude. I didn't even start till after 1:30.
Oh, those look printed.
And I have to get the subs. Like, I'm gonna have my shit set up by the subs. I'm not gonna be walking around. What's gonna take forever is these fucking boots.
Boots.
I'm only gonna do the front 12. Back ones are on their own.
This fucking
So, Jim,
guy.
I'm going to show the internet. I don't know if you didn't want me to, but I'm going to.
Send him down here to flip boots. He'll be here all day.
Boots.
Fucking boots, goddamn.
Boots. Flipping boots.
Boots
I'm over here getting paid $100 an hour to flip boots.
Shiz llama.
Say less.
You're a fucking jizz llama.
That is not what I wanted to show.
What was that? That's
Nothing. It was just Facebook. There we go.
Oh, whoa. That's fucking wild.
Whoa, dude.
Dude.
They look great. They're just very large.
They're fucking not playing.
What the fuck am I looking at right now?
Hold on, wait. Let me go back to like them installed.
Bro, those are nice. Whose are those?
Those are
Gems.
gems.
They're fucking pretty bulky, huh?
Yeah,
What
I
are
tell
those
you.
in there? Those 4-inch or something? What is
Big
that?
ones again.
Heard something. I tell you what, if you could control each driver individually, that way you could time align each driver. I mean, I bet you probably rock, probably loud.
Yeah, so how's that shit sound?
But they look great.
I want monitor speakers like that around my fucking computer right here.
So, Jim, I don't know. You may not even have that much of a reflection because of how much they're angled like away from the window.
Bro, the motor force on these keeps pulling the screws away from me. Maybe we'll get more views if I act like a retard. Ow.
What DSP you running in that thing? Put some VXI in it so we can easily so we easily use a max in it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can tune anything, but
Wow.
VXI just makes it faster.
God damn it, Bobby.
You done yet?
Well, I'm not gonna pay you to take them out, but I'll tune it for free if you take those out and throw them in a dumpster on live.
Are you done yet? Why are those going in so fucking easy? What's happening?
John, you need to design that and send it to me so I can go ahead and print them. Get them going.
Okay, that's why.
But we're all gonna have bamboos eventually. We're just gonna be sending. So I think multiple people having a bunch of bamboo printers is the closest to teleportation we're gonna be for a while. Because I can make something, send Jim the exact file, and he can print it and have it there, no issues, quickly.
My shit is releasing from the fucking print bed. A little bit.
What are you printing in?
I'm printing this.
What material is it?
Silver ABS.
Well, what's your bed temperature at?
90.
Okay, so so when that's done, or if it just started, cancel it. Update the film.
It started about an hour and a half ago, but it's still got 10 hours and 20 minutes left.
That doesn't sound right. That's so long.
Yeah,
Well, I guess it's ABS, but
dude, the
anyway.
other ABS shit went hella fucking fast. These
Yeah,
were
but there's not
like
a bunch
4
of
hours for 2 of them.
There's not a bunch of overhangs on it. The overhangs, it slows down a
There's
lot.
hella overhangs on that. There's little like 0 overhangs on this.
So temperature wise, to stop that from happening, you're gonna want to run bed temps at like 110 or 105, and let it preheat. And go ahead, look right this second. Go get some blue tape and tape that gap on the left side of the door. You see, the left side of the door is like a gap. You need to tape that up so it seals heat in.
What the fuck, man?
You basically need to make that a heated box. You need to seal it up as good as you can for printing ABS and ASA and stuff. So like when I print that MVI thing later, I'll preheat the chamber with the bed set to 110 and the aux fan blowing on it. So the chamber gets like 55 degrees Celsius. So if you have Gavin or whoever send me the file, I can load it, put in some like updated parameters for the filament, and send you back the 3MF, and then you can just double click it. It'll open with the filament presets already done, and just print it like that.
Okay. Maybe I'll have Gavin give you a call on Friday.
Oh yeah. Tell him to give me a call.
You guys can talk a little bit. John was here earlier helping him out with some stuff too, and they were doing good. He's been doing a really good job. It's kind of funny. I've been fucking around with the other printer a little bit. I like went in and I something. It printed ABS using the PETP settings. It fucking came out perfect.
Well, good.
I'm all, okay, whatever. Fucking part it was titties. It's right here somewhere. There's fucking shit everywhere. Goddamn kids.
So I haven't turned up the PLA bed temp yet, but I've been thinking about it. I'll probably try it on the next PLA thing I print. I really don't have adhesion issues with PLA, so kind of whatever.
I haven't even done anything with PLA. I mean, we did just the green thing right here.
I do.
It was the only filament we had when the bamboo arrived, and I did the little design.
Like these, the speaker boxes I showed earlier, I use Sunlu brand recycled PLA because it's like $9 a spool per kilogram, so it's super cheap and it prints fast. So I use PLA for like indoor stuff like that because it's fast and it's $9 a kilogram instead of 18 or 20.
What are you doing, Steve?
He needs a longer extension. He's struggling.
I had to move the sub a little bit. The screws were kind of going in sideways. So after flipping it over and seeing there was a couple screw heads, I took it out. So I'm going to have to drive the screws in kind of away from the subs, basically.
Dude, Jerry on Steve's
You need a
ass
longer
right now.
extension.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first set. You know, the first set's going to take the longest. It's going to get faster. I really don't give a shit, Jerry.
Moving the sub won't help you need longer extensions.
Going slow.
Hey, Steve.
What?
You need a longer extension
How's that?
because then you could. Well, that's disgusting. Did you just shove that down your pee hole?
Yeah. How's this extension?
Oh, floppy.
Fuck.
Come on, thing. Open up. There we go. Slowly, slowly. So let's see what my settings are for.
You can hear the fucking printer running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I run my ASA and ABS at 110 bed temp.
Huh.
So I have all these presets. Like everything here is a flow rate calibrated and then pressure calibrated.
Like the fuck.
Shit all fucked up?
No, it'll be fine. But I mean, now that I know which way I got to drive screws, I got to unscrew a few of these ones too. But the subs are good. We have no damage.
Fuzzy skin.
That's all
The
that
best
matters.
stuff. Actually, some of these just finished, I think. Nope, 47 minutes left. It's been printing the whole time.
What?
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 Only 33 left.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jim, it's just printing these little blocks. They're fuzzy skin or reference blocks. This isn't gray PLA. I'm printing them in black PLA just to see, so I can see what the fuzzy skin looks like in person. Like in real life, I like. Blake, it's going slow because it's printing fuzzy skin, so it's kind of slows down a good bit for that.
Fuzzy skin.
But like, I can start the other printer and print something like. Well, Steve he closed the door.
What?
Bobby over here printing ABS, which puts out VOCs. You kill him.
What?
And he opens the door to let the heat out. Come on.
I was looking at it.
It's a glass door.
Come on, Bobby. You know better.
Oh, good luck, Blake. Don't do it.
Hey, look what I got, Bobby.
Nice.
If it
Did
4
you
runs,
paint it black or what?
I painted them black. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 runs of 1 goes through that pretty easily.
Sick.
Yeah,
Dustin, we have the wireless dual level knob from Amplab / Barnaby / whoever. Amplab made it. It's a Bamboo Labs. They make a bunch of models actually, and they just came out with a really affordable one. The A1 Mini starts at $299, and it can that's single color. $499 gets you multicolor printing. It's a little one, but you can use it on anything. It's a wireless knob, a Bluetooth knob that goes to a wireless base station, and the signal just goes in and it goes out. But the signal does not pass through the knob or anything. You're just controlling level through the knob. I saw that, Jim. The heated chamber looked really cool, but I don't know if it looks $1,000 extra cool. I was thinking about ordering one of the A1 Minis just to have on my desk. For like if I need to print, if I want to print like a speaker bracket prototype, I don't got to walk to the shop to do it. I just print it here. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I can get my printers to over like 60C inside the chamber. Same. I just want the little mini one just so I can put like black PLA in it and just like, oh, I need to print a little bracket real quick to make sure it fits. How much is the K1? It'd have to be cheaper than a P1P because the P1P is going to dump on it. So P1S or a P1P and you print your own enclosure? Yep. The knobs are made by Amplab, but you can buy them from LAF, Lang Audio Fabrications. They have yeah, that's cheap. I think the P1P is $599, $499.
Where do I get the bed temperature?
So you see where you can select filament on the left side?
Yep.
And there's like a little, it's like a square box on the right, like a note, kind of looks like a notepad. It should make a pop-up come up.
View object settings.
No, it might be. I'm pulling it up right now. It says next to filament, like where it says the name, like Bamboo ABS or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Click that and then scroll down, and just for all of that, put 110. $180 by $180 by $180. So it's like a Creality, the little one. Nope. I am home for the rest of the year. Dude, the Ender 3 used to be like the go-to, but now it's more expensive, I think, or it's within like $100 of the A1 Mini once they're fully in stock. It's just A1 Mini
Engineering plate.
Yeah, just set them all to 110.
110C.
Yep.
The smooth PEI plate.
Yep, 110 for yep. Which plate do you have in there?
The textured PEI plate.
Cool. Yep, that.
Yeah. Okay, and then, so first layer and other layers.
Yep, 110.
Cooling, no cooling for the first 3 layers.
Yeah, I leave all that. I have all that set to just how it is currently.
Default,
like, yeah, I do know there are people who dial that in, but I haven't got that deep into it yet. doesn't know, I will not be going to Ruckus. I'm done for the year. I've been gone enough. I am leaving for one day just to fly to Steve, help tune dial his truck in. I'm coming home like the same night or the next morning, and that's it. I'm done for the year. Yeah, be nice. Don't make fun of Steve. Like, it's 4 little subs, but I can tell it's heavy.
I just didn't realize the clearance here, so I'm just making sure that any of this wood that got pushed out doesn't hit the surround, you know? I'm trying to be careful.
Fucking already were fucking ruining my shit.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not ruining nothing.
All right, so before you start it this time, like once you clear the build plate off, go to, like, once you get out of the filament setting, go to device.
Yeah.
Press the home button on the top right. It'll send it home. It'll kind of get everything back to the top of the chamber.
Top right.
Yep. You see the little, looks like a little house.
You mean top left?
Right. On the right side. It's like in the middle.
Under device?
Yeah, look. I'll put my screen up.
Oh, I see. The little green one in the middle over there. I was looking at the little home over on the front.
Yeah. So there's nothing on the build plate right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, then press the home button.
Yeah.
And then on the just to the left, you see where it says 55C or whatever temperature it says.
Yeah, it's the build plate is at 71 currently. They're all changing right now.
Yeah, so on the right side of that, like you see, it's 2 numbers, one that's like bright white and one that's like gray.
Yeah.
Go to the like double click on the gray one and type in 110, hit enter.
On the build plate one?
Yep, he did, John. I made sure to ask before he hit the home button. Yep, 110,
Okay.
hit enter, and then you see where it says aux fan. Turn on the aux fan, 100%.
Part or off? There it is.
Aux, yep. So what this is going to do is going to bring your build plate to the top of the chamber. It's going to heat it to 110 degrees, and then the aux fan is going to blow the air around to heat the air and the chamber to preheat everything. That way everything's nice and hot for when the print starts. So you let that preheat for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then you start the print, and then it should be good to go.
Okay.
Yep, that just kind of, like I said, that just heats everything up. That way, like, because like the bed will get hot, but like everything else won't be. So it'll cool down sometimes. As soon as we get off, I'm gonna go calibrate. Like John said, you're making it an oven. Which is so like Bamboo came out with a new version of our printer, the X1E. It's got Ethernet and it's got a heated chamber, but it's $1,000 more. So it's like $2,500.
I didn't see that. I would have bought that.
It just came out. Like
when?
Like it may not be available to purchase yet. Like they announced it like late last week, early this week.
I ordered mine late last week.
Yeah, like it's fresh, but. So the only difference is it has a heated chamber and it's got Ethernet, but it's $1,000. He said you can't buy it from Bamboo. That's what Jim just said. It's like an enterprise thing, I think, for like it may not even have Wi-Fi. They might have ditched the Wi-Fi and done just Ethernet for like places that can't have Wi-Fi or something. But I just don't know if it's
distributor.
Probably like Micro Center. It has Wi-Fi. I just don't know if $1,000 is worth the heated chamber. Whenever like you can get that chamber over, like I get mine to 60 degrees without any hassle. like 60 Celsius, which is hot.
That's fucking hot.
But like I said, I sealed the gap on the left side of the door, and I've done a bunch of other stuff, and I have a vent tube coming off the back that vents outside to get the VOCs out.
Yeah, boys. Fucking hungry.
Still got to do the wires.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But there you go. You got a little head start.
Yeah, you got one done. Is it heavy? I'm going to assume it's not light.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have to unscrew all those on 3 of the subs and redo them, I probably would have the wires done by now. But yeah, I'd say 15 minutes a piece once I'm by the subs.
And then when you really get a good flow pattern going, then you'll get it down to 10 by the end.
Yeah.
But the first few are going to be a little clunky, and that's bound to happen. But now you got through one, and that shit looks real good.
Yeah, maybe I should go set it in there.
Fucking drop it.
See how fucking heavy it is. All right, how much did you say these things weighed again? Didn't we look last week?
I don't remember. We looked.
18
Hold
pounds.
on.
You're right.
I'm looking.
Pretty sure it was 18. What do you guys eat for dinner tonight? Have you eaten dinner yet?
I have not eaten dinner. Yeah, I had some chicken wings a few hours ago, but not very many.
Chicken wings are good. I like chicken wings.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind some chicken wings.
What the
Spicy?
fuck?
I tell you what I might go do. I might, once we get off, I might run to the gas station 3 minutes up the road, grab me some White Claws and go tune some filament.
Fucking White Claws, you guys and your White Claws.
Sparkle beers.
Sparkle beers. Yeah, I haven't been to the bar in a while, so I might go to the bar for a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know where the fuck that information is entirely.
You're 18.
Yeah, like I generally don't drink during the week because I like to be functional the next day, but
Oh,
I won't drink too much.
I'm just gonna go have dinner, like 1 or 2 beers. All right, there's all 4 of them fucks. Oh God.
Good Lord.
Let me see what I got here. Okay.
So Bobby,
Store.
out of that enclosure, that L7 enclosure.
Yes.
Obviously you haven't built it, but good thing because the depth had to change. I'll send the updated stuff tomorrow.
Okay, I can get on it when we get back.
Yeah, no, it's all good. The dude who is for said that, because he wanted it done like by the end of the month, but he said that if Bobby can build it for me, he's like, I'll wait. I'm fine with it. He's like, I would love Bobby Gately to build it for me.
Oh, that's really cool. I mean, normally we can get shit done pretty fucking goddamn quick, but right now with Sema and then having the machine down for fucking 5 days, like it was kind of crazy. Well, not 5 days. It was like 3.5 days, but
yeah.
Some of the stuff that we were like right in the middle of, that was only pushed back those days. But then like
it compounds,
everything behind it got this like big weird shift. And so everything's all and I'm like, fuck, man. So but the guys are doing real good.
Yeah, no, he they all follow you. So they all knew that it was down. And I was like, man, like if he can still build it, it's fine. If it's past that deadline, I'm like, well, I'm telling you, it's probably gonna be. I'm like, you picked a really not good time to want, whether it be Bobby or any of the really amazing builders right now are busy because SEMA is this month.
All right, fucktards. Hi.
It gave me a warning. It was was like, hey, the print bed's too fucking hot.
Yeah. I had to go in and change because like in the filament settings, it'll let you set your heat and vitrification temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to raise all that. Look, even Jim just said it. Just hit ignore.
Bobby, look how cute they are.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is gonna be the cutest build I've ever hurt people.
Yeah.
You're like, there's no way that's coming out of those little ass subs. Yeah, there's 36 of them. That's kind of why. That's fucking crazy. Look at all that space.
Let's go let the base flow out real easy.
Fucking A. All right, there you go, boys. I built one for you on stream. It's in.
You should build 2 more tonight.
Should I?
Probably. It's only 8:20.
Get Uber Eats.
Well,
Look, you tell Bella typos happen. Half the men in car audio can't spell their name, so she's doing good. Where's the loading wall? Loading wall. We don't need that around here.
Loading wall. What is that?
What are we loading?
But I actually thought about that. So possibly when you're here, Drew, I may at least calculate loading wall. We could do some stacking. Well, I guess it doesn't matter with these.
Hey, Drew, this build plate is fucking warping all over the place.
What do you mean the build plate's warping?
It's like all potato chippy. It doesn't want to. Hold, please. Hold on.
Pull your camera over there, Bobby. Can you bring your
hot.
camera over there or no?
Ow.
It's hot.
I'm a man.
For Sema, it probably will not have a loading wall.
There was a fucking chunk of filament under it.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Son of a bitch. Wasn't my fault either.
No, I mean even without a loading wall, it's gonna
It's
be.
not my fault.
Even without one, it's gonna be loud.
Yeah, it should be fine without one.
What's that?
No loading wall.
Stinking loading wall. I don't know. It might be nice.
Yeah, I'd have to build it like this high.
John's laughing at you.
It's probably John's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, plexi loading wall. I mean, eventually, Kate, so the seat goes up to like here. And on top of the seat's going to be the loading wall. So possibly when Drew's out here, maybe I'll just go buy a sheet of wood and we'll stack some wood and figure out where this loading wall needs to be for these subs. And I could just make a temporary fucking stacked piece.
Yeah, I can bring my term lab. We can tinker with it a little bit.
Cool.
That'd be dope. Maybe I can fucking whip something out. When are you coming? When are you going there?
Next week.
I mean, we could just use wood to figure out where it needs to be, Bobby, and then I could tell you the size and if you want to work something out. But, I mean, if it's just, I guess it depends on how tall it needs to be.
Yeah, it would have to be a pretty significant gain to make it worth it.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we turn it on with no loading wall,
can you get birch out down there? You probably can, huh?
Yeah, I could get the
real fucking Russian Baltic birch.
Yeah, I get the real shit. Yeah.
Good. A lot of places people can't get the shit at all.
We're lucky in Vegas. There's so much building here. We have 2 major lumber suppliers.
So we'll start with you term lab in the vehicle, low power burps, and you basically meter every frequency 20 to 60, track score and power. You can find where you're most efficient with that, and then you shrink the port by 3/4 of an inch. Do it again. 3/4 of an inch. Do it again. 20 to 60 every time, and you can track what every change does, like what every bit of port does. Eventually, it's going to stop getting louder, or it's going to start getting less efficient. And then, depending on your goals, you either stop when it starts getting less efficient, and start going deep. Like you start taking it depth wise in the enclosure. It'll start doing it again. It'll start increasing in output.
Do you think you can stuff the whole inside of that fucking thing with some polyfill?
So it feels bigger for him, or you just want to kill the waves?
Kill the waves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so long. I mean,
You guys want to see what like my most
You don't
favorite?
think it's an issue?
not with. I don't think not with a sealed box, just because the waves are they're so long. Well, I mean, worth trying. Actually, you know what? I have a sealed box here. Even John said no reason.
No reason.
Yeah, it's because like for like back waves and stuff indoors, we use black hole tiles and this and that. But even mid base wavelengths are only a couple inches long at that point. 6 inches long, so you can kill the wave.
I watched Josh Falls in my parking lot pull his subs out of his fourth order and stuff a bunch of polyfill in there and gain a half a dB.
Was it like a bunch of polyfill? It might have just been the airspace. Kind of like most of the time when people put 45s in and gain, it's not because of the 45.
It's because they reduced the volume.
Because they ate up airspace. Yep.
So like that much polyfill in there would be pretty good for those.
Fill it with packing peanuts.
Put a bunch of cinder blocks in there.
You think it's too big? It's 18 cubes.
I once used a JY battery inside of a seal chamber to see what it would do.
It's like almost double what I really want.
Yeah.
It says 19 sealed.
What?
Was it like it's like half a cube per sub?
Yeah, big. For a fourth, for a 6.5.
Well, look, that's an easy fix. Grab some 4x4s or Bamboo's website.
Fucking grill into the fucking steel.
Hold on, T-Pro Audio. I'll drop a link.
So what do you want it at? Like 0.25, 0.3 or something?
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Let me think here. So that would be.
John said bags of sand.
Yeah, just leave the whole bag intact.
I've seen that before.
I mean, I could build like a couple rectangle boxes that would go in there that are like 2.
Well, you want to keep like the space underneath them as even as possible. Someone said use the shipping boxes from the 6.5.
Just throw them all in there, all the packing
Lay the
material.
floor.
Yeah, sick.
There you go. John said sandbags inside a trash bag.
Yeah,
Fill the whole bottom of the enclosure with water.
bro.
Look,
Can I
John's
seriously just run it like it is, or do I got to really do that?
So we could test it without it, but be prepared to pull at least that front middle one out to load the inside of the box with sandbags.
You guys are crazy. What?
Everyone's saying use bags of sand inside of trash bags so the sand can't leak.
Yeah, the smart guys said bags of sand.
I like what TF Bourbon's idea.
Sick.
Get the pumping, Bobby. Allison. Allie, get going.
Bro, eight
I'm
cubes.
rocking that.
That's nothing. That's like a single night.
All right, boys. It's it's been a long time. I'm hungry. I'm going food. And then I'm gonna do one more, maybe two.
Oh, I think we got just to mention. I think we got some big boy sizes in the fucking the hoodies.
Casey, we were talking about you earlier and how someone believes that I am you and you are not real.
You're a fake man.
This is only a large, but whatever.
Oh yeah,
The fucking
people who
Carhartt.
want these.
But I think we have some 3X, 4X of the Carhartts. In case any of you guys are wondering.
The Carhartts are hot.
Auto bed leveling.
I listed these on the website now, everybody, so you can get these if you want. And you can select any color you want to. Any color combo.
And when this print is done, Drew, that fucking heat thing will turn itself back off and shit now. It's not just gonna fucking stay at 110, is it?
No, once you start it, the
It
print
knows
settings
to set
override
itself.
everything. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Casey. This is a soldering thing for like little wires in there.
If you want, you can use it to help you tie your homeboy's pubes to your pubes.
All right, guys.
All
I'm
right.
signing off. I will,
Bye, Steves.
bye. You guys have fun.
Okay. I'm just making sure my print gets going, and then we get the fuck out of here.
See you next week. Later.
Later.
Elias, give us a call tomorrow, and I'll dig through this fucking big old box, or I'll fuck somebody will, and we'll see if we have a 5X. I don't know if we have a 5X. I think we tried to get them, but we asked for them, and if they make them, if Carhartt makes them, then we got them.
So I was on that podcast earlier this week, and we were talking about, like that's what my price, they're just, it was like a podcast about me, kind of. It was kind of, whatever. But they're like, "Oh, what's your pricing for designs?" And I posted it. And long story short, they were like, "You need to go up on pricing." I'm like, "I know." Okay. So
Yeah.
then,
What is
Justin,
your pricing currently, Drew?
90, 110, 120. So Justin, DIY cardio guy, he's like, so is there anything to go up? He's like, blah, blah. He's like, oh, and he's like, I have my PhD in economics. I was like, oh, so you're like a smart guy. Damn. He's going to dig now.
A fucking PhD economics guy fucking tells you.
You told me.
Now
Everyone told me.
all of a sudden.
Oh no, man, I still haven't gone up.
Fucking big fuck.
Even Jerry said double it.
That's what I fucking told you, to triple it a few years ago.
I'm gonna make Gately hoodies, kids Gately hoodies. Bro,
I don't
kids
know if
stuff's
kids-
weird
we
because
have
like
kids Gately shirts, man, but I don't know if we have kids hoodies.
latest quietly loud ever. No, I've gone later by myself. Like
No, we went really late. Like the first like half a dozen of them were over 3 hours.
yeah, because we just couldn't stop.
You're just blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Actual
I mean, even when we get off, like I said, I'm gonna run to the store, grab a couple of beers, come back, and be in the shop. I might go live again just while I'm in there, not doing it. While I'm in there calibrating filament. So
I don't know what all sizes I have. I know that the fucking first top half of those are large, but
so for that filament where you change the temperature,
Yeah.
You'll need to save it as a profile, or you'll have to re-put it in next time.
yeah, you need to come on the show, John.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
It's like every time me and John end up on the phone, it's like 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, John showed up here and hung out for like an hour, and then me and Allison went out there to that shop and did that visit thing, and we were out there for over an hour. I told John I'd probably be an hour, but we were there for an hour. It takes like about a half an hour each way. When I got back, John was still here. Oh yeah, John.
We both tried to click on it.
And I think we almost both did it again. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Do you have can you maybe bring a little example next week? You want to come? You can jump on the show from there, or you can do it over here with me. Either way. John just lives a few miles from me, so. And it's good for John to get out of the house. When John comes over here and he's here, it's like he's taking a break.
Yeah, I mean that's like me. That's like every time I gotta go to a local shop, I stay there for hours.
Yeah.
Like I don't try
work
to.
From home. When you work from home, it's fucking hard, man. Okay, cool. John, you're on next week. You're the fucking dude. You're gonna bring a roto sub. We're gonna fucking roto out, bro. And we're gonna talk about me and Tyson at the fucking max training. I'm about to max out, bro. Maxing on them.
Yeah,
Pretty excited.
You're gonna learn a lot. I mean, especially with, number one, Nick's gonna be there, and so you've met Nick, I think.
I don't think I did.
You will meet Nick. He's a guy who created Max.
Yeah. I think I've seen him on some of the videos, a couple of them.
Yep. And then old Jeffrey's gonna be there.
Oh, Jeff will be there?
Jeffrey, Jeff, and a lot of people are gonna be there. A lot of people we know because not that many people have a Max.
Right. Yep.
And then even fewer use it.
I don't know. It's super fun. Fucking van sounds so good. That's all I want to drive. I fucking love my van. Oh my God, it sounds incredible.
What's up, Scott?
Right. Well, shit. I'm gonna go the fuck home, gentlemen. Thank you guys. Jew, if you're gonna stay on, you have a good time.
Well, I'm gonna pop off for a little bit, and then I'll be back on. I'll probably sign back on 30 minutes once I'm in the shop.
Okay, maybe I'll sign back on from my bed while I'm sitting there naked.
There you go. I love it.
Then again, maybe not.
Jerry, if you want a Max, we make it. We get you one for.
Sell him a Max.
Yeah, Bobby's the dealer now.
Yeah. Get you a Max.
And who knows? It may not be as much as you believe it to be.
Much as you believe it to be. It's only like $10 million for you, Jerry. Sheesh. Okay.
Dude, I love Scott, dude. That's a trip. All right. Y'all be good.
All right. Have a good night.